The Nagaland Legislative Assembly today unanimously resolved to demand that the Government of India repeals the Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 from the Northeast and specifically from Nagaland in order to strengthen the ongoing efforts to find a peaceful political settlement to the Naga political issue. The resolution for repeal of AFSPA comes following the killing of 14 civilians in Mon district by security forces earlier this month. In fact, the Nagaland Assembly that met for a one-day special session adopted a 5-point resolution today. Apart from resolving to demand for AFSPA repeal, the House condemned the killings in Oting village area that led to the death of 13 civilians. The House also called for an apology from the appropriate authority, along with an assurance that justice will be delivered according to law. The House appealed to citizens of Mon district, civil societies, citizens of the state and mass-based organizations to extend cooperation to the government and its agencies in collective efforts to demand justice and to restore normalcy in the interest of all citizens. The House also appreciated the support of citizens and CSOs in their demand for repealing AFSPA. Significantly, the House also appealed to the negotiating parties involved in Naga peace talks to bring the dialogue to a logical conclusion by reaching a settlement that is honorable, inclusive and acceptable. Addressing the House, Chief Minister Nephew Rio said that in view of the improved situation in Nagaland, the state government has been consistently taking the stand that there is no need for declaring Nagaland as a disturbed area under Section 3 of the AFSPA. Stating that the current declaration of Nagaland as disturbed area is going to expire by the end of this month, Rio hoped that this time the central government will decide not to renew or extend it anymore. Removing AFSPA will also contribute towards confidence building, strengthening trust and removing the feeling of alienation in the people's mind, Rio added.
In view of the improved situation in Nagaland, the state government have been consistently taking the stand that there is no need for declaring Nagaland as a disturbed area under the Section 3 of the Armed Forces Special Power Act. This has been our stand for the last more than 20 years. So, sir, you know, the declaration of the state or any area in the disturbed area under Section 3 of the AFSPA is made by Government of India generally for the period of 6 months only at a time. So just on the eve of the expiry of the 6 months period, Government of India will seek the views and comment from state government. Every time we have been taking the same step, are consistent in our stand that there is no need or justification for extending the declaration of Nagaland as a disturbed area. But every time our views and our objections are ignored and the declaration is renewed again and again for the last many years. The current declaration of Nagaland as disturbed area is going to expire by the end of this month. So let us hope that this time the central government will heed our voice and decide not to renew or extend. This House represents the voice of the people. The Nagaland Legislative Assembly is the democratically elected representative of the people in our form of governance. Nagaland Legislative Assembly is the temple of democracy in our state. We are duty bound and responsible to reflect the voice of the people and carry the inspiration of the masses. Entire Naga society has been calling for repeal of AFSPA, and that voice is at its loudest today. Even as we participate in this discussion, The entire state is eagerly waiting for the result of this special session and the contents of the resolution we will adopt today. This House must sound the desire of the people. The desire of the people is to repeal this undemocratic and draconian law. As we have discussed, I can sense the House that all members of this August House is united in one voice, and I hope we'll send out a clear and loud message to the world that Nagas do not want to see this act anymore. Let us tell the world that Nagas want to stand for democracy, justice, and truth. We also need true peace to realize lasting political solutions. Impediments like AFSPA must be removed so that the hurdles which are in the way for lasting peace are removed. Removing AFSPA will also contribute towards confidence building, strengthening trust, and removing the feelings of alienation in the people's mind.
Meanwhile, Rio stated that while ex gratia and employment to the next of kin of the deceased families has been assured by the central government, in case the families of the deceased prefer a job in the state government, arrangements will be made accordingly.
As mentioned by some of the members, the ex gratia and the employments to the next of kin of the deceased families has been assured by the state and the central government, and it has been partially fulfilled. However, in the case of families of the deceased prefer a job in the state government of Nagaland, we are ready to give grade 3 or grade 4 as per their qualification to the next of kin of the deceased family. Medical expenditure for all the injured will be borne by the state.